Hello and welcome to Oi Films Reviews. Today we're going to be talking about Venom, Let There Be Carnage, which was released in UK cinemas on October 15th. I'm Cameron. I'm joined by Jordi Steele, who's going to tell you a little bit about the movie.
Eddie Brock and Venom are back, this time to take on the murderous Cletus Cassidy with a symbiote of his own, Carnage.
Want to unburden yourself with before this happens?
Yes. I have wishes to bestow upon you. I want to wish you this heartbreak.
Uh-oh. Too late.
I wish for you to see out your days alone as you always have been.
Watch it, pal.
Where are you going with this?
You are a cancer to everyone who ever loved you, Eddie. Deceived your trusting fiancé, and no wonder Daddy could never look at you again after you killed his wife, your mother, just by being born.
You son of a bitch!
I'll tell you what, Jordi. This screenplay, this film, it was carnage. It was messy.
Oh, it was very messy. Not a lot happens,
No.
and not a lot of development happens to any of the characters, which is always fun to see in a superhero film. It's funny because we're recording this late, obviously, and we've recently seen another superhero film that video will be coming out soon as well. And it's sort of funny when nowadays there's this sort of narrative that the superhero genre is oversaturating the market. It really makes you feel like, well, no, because sometimes the superhero films, they now know, the people making these films know that they have to do something different, and they have to sort of expand the genre and do new things. That didn't happen in this film.
Nope.
Nothing happened in this film. It is for a film with Carnage in the title. He really doesn't live up to his full potential, because like Carnage comes into play, and you're like, fantastic. Now that's the sort of inciting incident. Now the story can begin, and then you're like, oh no, wait. There's 30 more minutes to go of the film.
Yeah.
We
fight, that's
happened?
it. Game's done.
They
It's
fight,
stupid.
that's it, yeah.
It's really
and
stupid.
also, they really did not. They didn't adapt him to cinema at all well, because it's PG-13.
In America, it's PG-13. For some reason, it's a 15 year, which makes my life a living misery at work. But yeah.
So you're allowed like F-bombs, but like Carnage is supposed to be this very dangerous, violent character. All he does is throw guards off screen in this.
Yeah.
In this film, and it's not even, he doesn't even live up to his namesake. There's not Carnage apart from the Prison Break. And
They fight in a church. That's all they fucking do. They fight in a church, and that's it.
Yeah.
They just fight in a church, and then the movie's over. There is nothing for the first. It's a 90-minute movie. The first hour is nothing. Carnage is ridiculous. I was hoping, I'd heard a lot of stuff about Venom and Eddie and being a bit like more that kind of relationship, that dynamic. Oversold as hell. I think that while it does have some of the better moments of the film, I think it is just completely. They almost create a conflict to get back to the point they were at in the end of the first movie, if that makes sense. There's no actual development between those two. It is just, we're going to break them up. It's like a Disney Channel original movie where they go for the sequel. We have to break them up again somehow. Let's break them up because they're having a fight over eating people, which is the exact same fight they had the last time. It's like High School Musical all over again. It
follows
dumb.
It follows the rules of sequel superhero films, in which at some point the hero loses his power. And it does that, and that's classic Sony. But yeah, it's two films. It's a fun film exploring the nature of Eddie Brock and Venom's relationship, as this host / sort of superhero duo. And then suddenly it's just a boring superhero fighting a villain that has the exact same powers as him, and there's no real sort of development in any characters, and we're back at stage one.
Yeah, the fights are horribly done, and the entire last 30 minutes is horribly edited. I don't know what happened. There's like weird audio overlaps where you can hear same people talking at the same time. There's weird cuts where it jumps, characters jump around the screen. They don't get even started on the actual just action of the symbiotes fighting. It's just colors. Like they didn't even think about like how like the merging together and stuff, and like the way that the different kinds of symbiotes they are, like the different ways they move and stuff. They just thought, let's just mash them together in this big ball, and it just looks like colors on a screen flashing at you. I hated it. This is probably one of my least favorite comic book movies of all time. Easily, probably the worst thing to come out in the last 5 years, I think.
Yeah. Naomi Harris gives one of her worst performances I've ever seen, which is unfortunate for her. She plays Shriek, who has the power of screaming. How'd she get those powers? Don't ask. This film doesn't really bother to explain anything. I'll never tell. The villain motivations never really make sense at any point in the film. So Naomi Harris hates Stephen Graham's character because when they were both young, she shot her in the eye as a child, giving her a small scar and a discolored eye. Cletus Cassidy hates Eddie because he revealed where the bodies of his victims were after promising to tell him where the bodies of his victims were. And then Carnage hates Venom because...
It's like his son? I don't know. Is that how Carnage is born in the comics? Is the fact that he's like a blood offshoot of Venom?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
odd.
It's very odd. So Carnage has no character in this at all. He's
not a character. He's just Cletus. That's a bit more.
I've got to kill Venom.
Yeah. I don't like him. Why? Just cause.
Yeah. Carnage doesn't live up to his full potential, or of the namesake of the film. Cletus isn't developed at all, and this film was made purely to strong-arm the franchise into something that it's not. Yes.
I feel there's a mid-credit scene in this, not that that's related.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a mid-credit scene in this, which makes the entire film, not that anything really does happen in the entire film, but it does make the entire film completely redundant. I thought because of what happens in the mid-credit scene.
Yeah, it goes on to set up the end of the film. There is a tease of a character becoming a character that they are in the comics, but that now doesn't matter because of what happens. It's very, very annoying and was shouldn't have happened, and it's just Sony being Sony and being the annoying cousin.
What did you think of Venom? Let There Be Carnage? You can let us know in the comments below. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like the video, that'd be awesome. We're on Twitter at OhiFilms, Facebook at OhiFilms as well. I'm at CamsOG. He's at Real Jordi Steele on the Twitters. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.